Thanks for joining me for this brief video on how to do BodyTalk Cortices. I'm going to talk about the what and the how and also the why. So first of all, I just want to show you how to do it. We're going to use the electromagnetism in our hands to stimulate neuronal activity in our brains. And we want to cover the whole cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex is the outer layer of the brain. It's what you see in the pictures. So you take one of your hands and start at the back of your head, and your other hand, you spread your fingers wide so that you can tap over the right and left hemisphere at the same time, and then tap over the heart, and then move your hand up to the next section, tapping over the head and over the heart, and then moving the hand again. And when your hand on your head gets in the way of your tapping hand, just go ahead and tap on your hand and continue to tap until you get to your eyebrows. And then after you get to your eyebrows, take both of your hands and put them over the sides of your head. And then take turns tapping, first with one hand, and then the other. So that is BodyTalk Cortices. And the reason that we want to do this on a regular basis is it stimulates balanced activity within the brain. It's kind of fun to see different brain scans or brain images of people who have what they say is normal activity in their brains and people who are dealing with different challenges such as depression or complex trauma, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, or other problems. And when we look at the brain scans of those individuals who are struggling with different problems, there's a lot of uneven activity. In fact, it's quite interesting to look at the brain scan of a depressed person. There's not a lot of activity that's going on in the brain scan of a depressed person. And that's not to say that that person doesn't have access to any higher level thinking, but it can be a challenge. So as we practice BodyTalk Cortices, or as we do BodyTalk Cortices on a regular basis, what we're doing is we're creating a pattern, we're creating neuronal pathways. And there's a saying in neuroscience that neurons that fire together wire together. And as we do something repetitively over time, we're strengthening those neuronal connections. We're strengthening those patterns of activity within our brains. In fact, this is something that we've known for a long time. If you think of skill development, we've known for quite some time that people who spend hours and hours practicing and developing a particular skill have a more highly developed area of their brain that is specific to that skill. For example, people who speak other languages, people who work with their hands, people who are mathematicians. Really, it's any skill that is developed spending hours and hours of time over a long period of time. So as we do this BodyTalk Cortices, we're developing, again, this balanced activity throughout the brain, and hopefully coming to a place of more balanced thinking, more balanced patterns in our brains that can benefit us in our lives and will show up mentally and emotionally. So this might be something that you will find that you need to do consistently for a period of time. Say if you are going through a period of depression, you might do this consistently until you are well out of your depressive episode. If you have another long-term challenge that you're dealing with, it might be something that you will want to use on a long-term basis. And you may think about it as something like brushing your teeth that we want to do every day, twice a day, because it's just something that benefits us. Obviously, it's a little bit different, and maybe it will be easier for us to see the effects, some of us than others, but hopefully this can be helpful to you as you use it regularly. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.